You're seeing me because you're finally ready to expand to the next level. This is coming on the other side of a huge cycle that you had to close out in regards to a core wound that you had. You had to leave some kind of person, place, or situation behind that represented something deep inside of you from like childhood. This could have to do with like people-pleasing wounds, any like old patterns where you would kind of abandon yourself. And it's funny I've got this 10 of trees at the back of my deck because this is definitely what I was getting in terms of the expansion, is that it's more financial than anything. Again, this is a card of general abundance. It typically relates to like money, material, that kind of thing. But that's pretty much what I was picking up on. And in regards to this wound that you had, is that you may have been seeing a lot of things, is that like, you know, money is just an energy and it flows to whoever. It's not necessarily if you're like a good person or a bad person or what have you. But something that I have understood, yeah, this is confirmation. This was some kind of like childhood core wounding. One thing I've come to see and realize is that, you know, like the whole like your life is your karma is very true. And that a lot of people are put in exactly the positions that they need to be in. And I say this as someone who's been through like all kinds of situations, from homelessness to like having a lot of stability, that kind of thing, or like moderate stability, I guess you could say. But I've been around people from all walks of life, essentially. And I've noticed that pretty much everyone gets the lot that they deserve, that your life is your karma, down to even those that were like in the trenches with me. Whether it's from those who, whenever they get like some semblance of stability, they start acting up in like really shitty ways. So, and it's whenever like life humbles them that they start acting like a human again, which is why they're kept low. To other people who is more like the target of this video, is that you're kept low because of an overgiving nature, and that's what needed to be released here with this cycle. Is that almost as with these people, that they would like, the second they get any kind of power, they start like treating other people like shit. Is that if you had any kind of money, you would automatically give it all away. But to people that are kind of like around you that need to be lifted up, that kind of thing. And that was the issue, is that, yeah, this hard work is that, again, like those people, like they wouldn't want to work hard for things, but also you would rob them of the lessons that needed to be learned, that again, they're in that position for a reason. And that you would essentially be bypassing other people's lessons and like lifting up people that aren't supposed to be at that level just yet. And that was your block, that it's, you can't have like this kind of like abundance and stability where you can only provide for yourself. This is like the 10 of Pentacles in the traditional deck, right? Like the 9 of Pentacles is like that personal wealth and fulfillment. This 10 of Pentacles is the next step, where you can not only care for yourself, but you can care for others. Is that in caring for others, you would have been caring for the wrong people, that you would have been lifting up those around you merely because they were in the trenches with you, sort of like indiscriminate. And what you needed to learn was discernment, that just because you're all down low together doesn't mean that everyone needs to be lifted up and raised up appropriately, that kind of thing. Is that it would have been you giving things out like indiscriminately, not really using your discernment, and helping out those who don't actually have like the greater good in mind. So it would essentially be giving like people a platform or resources to do more of what's in their heart, which isn't good. Even though you had a good heart, it wasn't a discerning one. And that's what needed to be cleared out here. Yeah, it was a very disempowered energy, which is very people-pleasy, of help anybody who needs help, anyone who asks. And this isn't to say to not help people, but this is to use more discernment in what is appropriate. That if someone needs food, you know, get them some food. But it would have been like moving people into like another tax bracket kind of thing. It's like you would have been lifting up everybody that was in the trenches with you, when they really needed to go through this process that you're going through, and like have their heart worked on a little bit. That's why they're being kept in a low position, is that some people, they're only humble if they're kept low, but the second they get any kind of power, they start exerting it over other people. This is to say that everything is coming into balance, that like since you have learned this lesson, things will be balancing out for you. But it's also because you were able to see the balance in everything that exists in this world. Yeah, this is you like releasing burdens that aren't yours anymore. You're kind of seeing that everyone's struggles are their own for a reason. Everyone is on their own path, and everyone has their own lessons to learn. And that it's, you are learning that taking care of yourself can be used as an example for others. Yeah, a lot of you've been guided to go inward and take take care of your emotional self, and take care of yourself first. This is like the like on a plane, the like put the oxygen mask over you before you help anybody else, that kind of thing, is that you would have been the person who was helping everybody else and not yourself. And that's why you've actually been kept in like a lower position. And now things are balancing out because you're starting to see the benefit of you helping you and taking care of you first. So if this resonates with you, let me know. All of my services are linked in my bio, and if you become a paid subscriber to my Substack, you get 20% off all of my Etsy services in perpetuity. Thanks, guys.